Patience. Some of you will be watching this video in 2x speed, which is a testament to your patience. Now the reason for that type of patience, or impatience, is due to the tech that we have nowadays. Phones, iPads, laptops, computers, everything is accessible to you within a click of a button. Whether you want food, entertainment, clothing, any service or anything that's for sale out there, you can grab in the click of a button and it'll be at your doorstep. No work really needed as long as you have the funds. Now the thing about it is that we need patience in our day-to-day lives because patience is one of the foundations for many great things, whether it be physique, skincare, businesses, diet, etc., etc. Everything requires patience. Now when you look at stuff online like buy my course, you'll get millions. Buy my crypto, you'll get millions. Buy my diet plan, you'll be losing this amount of weight in 2-3 weeks. Buy my workout plan, you'll get a six-pack in 30 days. None of that's real. All that's a scam. Because realistically, all things take time. You're not going to get your dream physique in 30 days. You're not going to build $1 million business within a month. Unless you have the experience, of course, but realistically, when we talk about the average person, you're not going to achieve it quickly. Which is an issue because most of these people that sell you these courses or these diet plans or these workout routines, these people are just trying to work off of your impatience and make a profit for themselves because they realize that you want a quick fix to your long-term solutions, so they're just going to give it to you for a price and then they make money off of it and you feel like you've gotten something out of it. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's a scam. All things that are great take time. For example, I'll just give you an anecdote that everyone can use. When you started walking as a kid, you didn't come out the womb and all of a sudden start sprinting out the womb and all of a sudden you're able to sprint, you're able to jump around and do whatever. It took time. First you were carried as a kid, then after a few months passed, then you're able to crawl. Bit by bit you're crawling, and then after you're crawling, you start seeing around you that there's other people that are walking and you want to take in their footsteps. So what you start to do is you start to imitate them. Bit by bit, you take in everything that you see. You see that they're walking, so you stand up and you take your first step and you stumble. But that's not the end of it, because after you stumble the first time, you get back up again and you continue. You have the patience to keep doing it because you have a goal in mind. You want to walk. So you keep trying at it, you keep trying at it, you keep trying at it until eventually you get it. Now some people get it quicker than others. Some people got down there walking within the first week or two, some people within a month. But it's not to take away from the main point that I'm trying to say, is that it takes patience. None of us start walking within a few seconds or as soon as possible. Everyone took their own time to walk at their own pace. Then after you've mastered walking, then bit by bit you start running, which is just walking faster. Then after you've run, then you begin to sprint. Because when you were walking, you took the time to learn from your mistakes and to apply that knowledge into the next time you start walking again. Maybe the first time you started walking, you took a step, you overstepped, and you tripped over and you fell. Then you realize, okay, I need to correct myself. So you understep next time, and then you trip over your own feet and you fall again, and then you realize that I can't overstep and I can't understep, so I need to step just right. So then the third time you do that perfect step, and then you do that perfect step again, and that perfect step again and again, and now all of a sudden from taking your first steps you're just walking continuously, and it's habit to you. You didn't just start walking constantly out of nowhere. It took time and it took patience. A lot of things take time, and it requires our patience to do so. Another example I'll give you: a tree. A tree doesn't grow within 30 days. A tree takes time to grow. It takes at least 15 years for some trees to grow, 20 for others. The reason is it sets its roots in first when it's a baby. Digs into the soil, spreads out its system, so that when it begins to grow up, it won't topple over when it gets pushed by rain, by people, by animals, by any conditions. It can stand upright because the roots are grounded in the soil properly. And then it begins to grow upward because it has that foundation of roots in the soil. Same with bamboo. Bamboo takes, if I'm not wrong, 3 to 5 years to grow. But the beginning stages of it is it develops its foundation just like the tree. Slowly but surely digs itself into the soil, making sure that it's strong so no conditions can topple it over as well. But then all of a sudden it just begins to shoot up insanely fast within a few days, because it took that time to dig into the soil, build its foundation, to settle first, and then to go upwards. Because if you were to go upwards before it set the foundation, it would topple over straight away. It's the same for us. We need to take time and have the patience to be able to set our foundations, set the crucial steps first before we begin to go further. Because you can't sprint if you can't walk. Because sprinting is walking just at a faster pace, and maybe some slight nuances, but it's still walking but just faster. Same way with when you're doing anything, you need to build the foundations of that thing first before you begin to see the end results. And agreed, when people put time into things, sometimes you won't see the fruits of your labor, and it can be disheartening. But like the roots of the tree and for the bamboo, it's developing its roots in first, just like when you're taking those first few steps, and just like when you're walking, you're taking those first few steps, so that those first few steps become natural to you. And then when you get further, just like the bamboo shoots upwards, and just like when you're a kid, you begin to sprint or to run, because the first few steps are natural to you. You've built that foundation, and then you're able to do the more complicated things. There's simple things and there's easy things. They're used as if they're the same, but they're not. Simple and easy are two completely different things, and I'll break it down for you guys. Easy is something that's easy to do. Simple is something that's easy to understand. The difference being, if I asked you to pick up a pen off a table, you'd be able to pick up a pen off the table just like that. If you're able-bodied and you have a sound mind, you'd be able to pick up the pen off the table just by me telling you, because it's an easy thing to do. Simple is different. Simple would be, for example, if I asked you to lift up 100 kg off the floor, and you tried to, but you couldn't. The concept's easy. You understood the words that came out of my mouth. I'm speaking plain English. I'm not using any ciphers. I'm not speaking in code. You guys can understand what I'm saying. But it's still hard to do, which is the difference between easy and simple. Easy is I can pick a pen off the table. Simple is I understand what I need to do, but I can't necessarily do it right now. Same way with workout routines, business plans, skincare routines, diets. It's all simple to follow, but it's not easy to accomplish or to do. To get a good physique is pretty simple. Sleep well, eat well, and work out consistently. Drink plenty of water. Simple steps, right? Easy to understand, but not everyone will do them. It's easy to say, go and work out 4 times a week, but to actually do it is not so easy. It's simple to understand, but it's not simple to do, because there's a lot of nuances and variables. How you feel can be one of them. which is why people usually don't get the consistency down for the gym routine. For example, they might do weights and then they're hurting in their muscles and they don't want to go in the next day. Their emotions are telling them they don't want to, which is where you get that, simple but not easy to do. I can tell you to go to the gym 4 times a week, but going 4 times a week to the gym is not easy to do, because if your muscles are hurting, you're most likely not going to want to go in. But if you stick to it, you're going to accomplish what you want in the end, which is that physique. So even though simple and easy sound similar, they're not. Because like I said, one is easy to do, one is easy to understand. But the two are very different. You need to have the grit and the patience to constantly go at it, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. And some of you won't be happy with me saying year by year, but that's just a testament to many of your patience. Because if you don't want to work at something for a few months or even a few years, why would you get the end goal to begin with? Another problem is most people want the outcome, but they don't want to do the work, which is the reason why most people don't stick through the hard times. Because when you chase the outcome and you don't love the process, you're not going to enjoy anything whatsoever about the process, because you're only chasing the end goal. So when tough times come, which they're bound to come, you're finished, because you don't want to do the process, you don't want to do the work. But people who love the process and are patient and have grit, they will keep going day by day by day by day by day until a year passes, a second year passes, and they'll achieve what they want to achieve. Another thing is, do what you want to do and work towards what you aspire and what you dream of. Because many people out there, they water other people's gardens. They go to a company and they work for someone else and they get paid a fraction of what they could be paid for their skills. They're watering their boss's garden more than happy, which is honorable because it's grace to serve. We're taught to serve as Christians. But watering someone else's garden constantly and leaving yours to be dry is an issue, because when you water your garden, you can also grow your fruits and share with other people. And with your abundance, you can help other people's gardens grow. But most of the times, when you help another garden grow, most of the times, the person keeps for themselves instead of giving. But instead, what you can do is you can grow your own garden and then serve others by giving out your fruit and giving out your abundance. Because you are able to do so. Because many people give when they have a tiny bit, which is honorable and commendable. But if you work towards what God wants you to work towards and you trust in Him, then you will see that you are able to give out much more, help much more. You'll feel a more sense of purpose because you're working towards what you want to do, what God wants you to do, because God knows what's best for you, what will fulfill you. But you need to have the patience to keep working through it, because it's not going to come quickly. You didn't start walking all of a sudden in a day's time. You didn't sprint in a day's time. The tree didn't grow in a day's time. You didn't learn how to talk in a day's time. Many great businesses and many people who have really good physiques, it took them years to build that because they kept going at it day by day by day by day, and they had the patience and the persistence to keep going at it. So you need to keep working hard at it, and you will be rewarded for your efforts, because hard work never goes to waste. Always remember that. It is also Christmas, and I want to wish everyone a happy Christmas. May Christ bless everyone and protect your families. And may you guys have a wonderful rest of the 2024, and may 2025 hold great abundance for all of you. God bless you.